Hello guys, happy Thanksgiving, which will be tomorrow, Thursday, and I hope all of you guys have a nice meal with friends and family. Now, today I will try to tackle something new that I have never spoken about. It's just because I get interested too much to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and then I begin to see that there is a big problem in the whole world now. And this what my title is about the Third World War. Okay, we have seen the First World War, a Second World War, but now we are going to see the Third World War. Now you can imagine what's this? Is it between, for example, USA and China? As you see, a lot of people, they think about the East and the West, Europe with America and Canada and all industrialized countries against China and Russia and Iran and the other stuff. But it's not what I mean. It is not about power in terms of nuclear weapons or so. The Third World War is or will be between all the countries of the government of all the countries of the world against the elite tech engineers. Now you begin to understand what I'm saying. So I will explain. I understand this is a new subject. I don't know if in YouTube they are talking about this subject, but I begin to see this threat of this war, that it will be in the future if there is no compromise. Okay, so what is this a problem in the whole world? You know, in financial system of the whole world, you find that each country has its fiat money. Like, for example, America or USA has the dollar, and she is printing money, as you can see, and we see inflation in America, and the dollar loses value year by year, and that's it. Now this dollar is backed up by USA government, and each country has its own currency. Now, all this here is okay. Now, since 1983, some engineers, most of the time, those who are working for internet, to make internet, to make, it means free information online, and we get this idea of not using the banks. This is the new thing. And this cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin is the result of this search. There are many attempts. It has begun. This cryptocurrencies, or this idea of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, or what we call e-cash. There is a company in 1983 here in America. They begin, some engineers, programmers, okay, they begin to think about a way to make sending money or receiving money without the interference of the banks. Because understand, the banks, you know, the government knows everything through the banks. Any transaction any money that it is going from one person to the other person, they know who is he or who is she, how much money he has, why he sent this money to that person, what's the purpose. Okay, so there is what we call a control. That's why each country controls the money through the banks. Now this idea of 1983 comes with some engineers, and they begin to think that why we have these banks, how do we get rid of these banks. Now this is one thing, but another thing, these tech engineers begin to think why this government, for example USA government and all the governments of the world, are printing money. Okay, why we should not do the same. This is where the idea become real. Why we don't make our money? It means in general, why do we work? Okay, we just go to our computers and we put some software like Bitcoin, like the first guys who begin to mine for Bitcoin, like this Satoshi or whatever. It means it's not important who is the founder of Bitcoin. But Bitcoin, the idea was from the 1983, where some programmers and engineers begin to think about what we call e-cash. It means electronic cash. It means how to send money without the interference of the bank. And this is the main idea. Now, with the creation of Bitcoin in 2008 and beginning of January 2009, some people begin through the protocol of Bitcoin, they begin to mine. Now what does it mean to mine? To mine, it means to print digital money. So Bitcoin is money, is a currency like the dollar. So they begin to create their own money. Now when you create your own money, what does it mean? It means you don't need to work. You don't need to be like an engineer. He goes to work for Facebook or to work for Apple or to work for Amazon. Because all these guys who are genius people, they understand very, very well programming. They say, why we work for other people and we can make our own money. This is the biggest idea or the biggest bubble in this 21st century. Understand that it is a big thing. Some people right now, they are mining. Now what does it mean, mining? Now forget about what they say. Oh, they do solutions, transactions, computers here and there, and they validate. Okay, but what they are doing, they say they get compensated by creating money. For example, each blockchain, when they produce it, it means when they do it, each 10 minutes, they get, like in this year, they get 12.5 Bitcoin. Understand, if you take this 12, you multiply it by 60,000. Okay, so you understand where things go. They will get $600,000 in 10 minutes. Do you understand how dangerous is this? It means people, they can generate a lot of money because they print digital money. It means they just copy. So Bitcoin, what is it? It's just something from the internet. Okay? Now, these guys, they succeeded. They began to mine. They have thousands and thousands and millions. And people, they get interested to buy this internet money. it's a good thing. Okay, they say it's money. It could have more value than the dollar, and then it was only 0.0008. Okay, before, when it began 2008, beginning of 2009, it is only 0.0008. It means 3 zeros and the 40 is 8. It means it is less, way less than 1 cent. But this way less than cent, now it is 56,000. It has gone to $69,000. Now, who owns this Bitcoin? Who? Before they get sold, who owns this money? It is those tech engineers. So they are creating wealth for themselves, and they become billionaires in a few years. Not millionaires. They are not speaking right now. Stop thinking about millions of dollars. All these people, especially those who begin 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, they have billions of dollars. Now, so the problem here is these people, a new elite of tech programmers, they make their own money. It means they don't need any government. They don't need to work for anyone. They make their own money. But it is too much money. It's not just someone who makes $100,000 in a year, or 2,000, like people who are working for Facebook, for Apple, for Amazon, and for the other big tech companies. They don't want that. They want billions of dollars in their accounts. Now, here is the thing. The first threat in the world that these people are making their own money. And this digital currency, which is Bitcoin, in real it has no value. It's just digital. But through the time it has a value, and now it is 65,000 or whatever each day. Now, what is the problem? The problem is that the governments of the whole world begin to study this problem of these people. These people who are tech programmers, they begin to amass a large wealth from the people. It means from where do they get this money? It's not they create a dollar, because if they print dollar, the government, any country, the government, they follow these people and they put them in prison. Okay? But they create something that it doesn't belong to the governments. You see the idea? It doesn't belong. For example, Bitcoin. Who owns Bitcoin? Those tech programmers. And they join, thousands of thousands, the whole world, because it's a lot of money. And they begin to work. Here in America, we have big centers, and they are mining for money. Okay? Why they are mining for money? It's because of the compensation of the rewards, and they took too much money. And this money, they translate it. It means when they sell this Bitcoin, they get a dollar. Okay? Now, let's talk about the second thing. After what? After this problem. This is a real problem for the whole governments of the world. I'm trying to explain bit by bit because I will give you more information. Now, second problem. These people want to be free. It means, as the protocol said for Bitcoin, it means it's peer-to-peer transactions. For example, I have Bitcoin. Let's say I have one Bitcoin, which is $65,000. I have a friend in China, or a friend in Australia, or in Brazil, or in France. I send him this this one Bitcoin to his wallet, from my wallet to his wallet. Now, does the government know about this transaction? No. It is not. And this creates a big problem for the whole governments of the world. It means they don't know what's going on. Money has been changed interchanged between people all over the world, and they don't know what's going on, or what they buy with this money, or what do they buy with this Bitcoin. And this is a second problem. It means the governments have no control on this money, because they don't go through the bank. Because you, for example, if you have, for example, one Bitcoin, and the bank accepted your Bitcoin and it sent it to another bank with this Bitcoin, now the bank will ask fees. Okay? But the tech guys or tech programmers, they don't want that. They want the total freedom. They say, okay, we make our money, we print our money. It's the same as USA when they print the dollar. It's the same. But you know, USA, it's a government, and it has the authority to print the money. But them, they create their own authority. They create their own authority, and they begin to print money. You understand that these digital currencies are just, you know, it's like you copy them and through mining, and then you sell them. Now, when you sell them, you get the dollar. This is the most important thing, because these tech guys, they want the dollar. But in the future, they don't want the dollar. They want that this Bitcoin should be used all over the world. For example, someone wants to buy a house or a building in New York, for example. Someone who is in Europe. Now, the company that sells, he can sell them Bitcoin. And they say, okay, Bitcoin now, it's $56,000. I send you 5 or 10 Bitcoins, and okay, give me the title of the house. You see that? This is what they want. So it means they are in conflict to the governments of the world. That's why here we have another problem. Now, the third problem that maybe you are not aware of is tax. You understand that these guys, these tech programmer guys, engineers, they don't pay tax. They create Bitcoin, they sell it to the people, they get money, but they don't pay tax. Okay? It means, let's say you are here in America. If you have a company, or you are working, even if you are working for yourself with 1099, or you have a company, or you have a corporation, or you work for someone or for a company, always the government asks you to do the tax. They want their share. The government wants their share, because the tax, you know, it goes for the cities, you know, they make streets, they light, they pay policemen, they pay, you know, it's a contribution by the citizen, any citizen in each country. When they do the tax, it means they help the government survive, and the government will pay its workers and police and the other stuff. They pay them with the money of the tax. Okay? Now, if these billionaires, they don't pay tax and they don't want to, here all the governments of the world will take a decision. Now, China, for example, stopped mining in China because electricity was so cheap. I have read an article that in order to make 1 Bitcoin, I think they use like $3,500 of electricity. This is in China. But in other countries, it could be 10,000, could be 15,000. You pay for electricity because these computers, in order to do the hash, so to do the mining, they need a lot of powerful computers. It's not the simple computers that we have. Okay? So China has begun to fight these guys. Okay? They stop mining. Now, other countries will follow, and they ban Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies at all. It means the citizens, they don't have right to do this, because these governments, they begin to get scared of these tech guys. Understand, it's all about money. Now, when you have money, you have power. And these guys are simple guys. Anyone who has a degree in programming or engineer or whatever, he knows how to do programming. Like Bitcoin, I think it was made with C++ codes. So anyone who knows coding, he can replicate Bitcoin. Now, it was replicated with Ethereum, Cardano, and the other cryptocurrencies, and all are tech engineers. They just replicate Bitcoin and they do something else, and they do a protocol. So the governments, when someone has money and they don't pay tax, and they say, I'm not going to pay tax, and he hides his money, it means he's against the government. And the government will follow these guys. And this is what I said, that it would be the third world war between world governments and these tech guys. Now, here in USA, I understand that at first stage, you don't think, for example, you say, why USA didn't ban Bitcoin, it didn't do anything, or legislation, or because they are very, very careful. Okay? They do a lot of things step by step, because they are studying who has all this money, where the mining is. So they let people do, because they want to see them first, to know who is who. Okay? Now, another thing that, for example, USA, they do is they create exchanges that it is for cryptocurrencies, like Coinbase. You can understand that Coinbase, it goes public, and you see, if you know Coinbase, if you are following my trading and my subscriptions, you know about it. So this exchange is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger, and it begins to list, to study these cryptocurrencies, and when they think that this is legitimate, they add to the list. That's why now, before, you can find only Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, just few. But each week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they will add other. They will add other. They will add. Now I think we have around 100. Now, why do you think we have Coinbase in America? Have you ever thought about why we have an exchange in America? It is because they should know who are you. And this is against the protocol of Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin, the protocol says that we try to do transactions peer to peer. No interference of the government or banks. But in the USA, they do it and they succeed. It means the federal government, they let Coinbase to establish itself because they want to know who owns who, or who owns what and how much. That's why if you go for trading and for wallets and you will see people who have $1, $100, $10,000, $1 million, $100 million, 1 billion and more. It means they know some people, they have a lot of Bitcoins and Cardano, a lot of rich, they have this. So they want to know who owns what. And then if you sell something, you pay tax. At least the government begins to take tax that it was hidden for many years. You know, in America here, people, they trade maybe overseas with another exchanges and they don't pay tax. It means some people, they make millions. They buy, for example, Cardano, or they buy Bitcoin. It was only $1,000 or $300, $1,000, $5,000. And then what they do, it becomes $20,000, $30,000. They sell a lot of Bitcoins and they become rich. Okay? By now, this exchange, and you will have more exchanges. So the thing I know is Coinbase. We have crypto.com, but I don't know if it's America or not, but I know Coinbase.com is for America, and for trading is Coinbase Pro for trading cryptocurrencies. So now we will never know what will happen in the future, how the government will have a unique decision. If, for example, what if, for example, all the governments of the world ban Bitcoin? What will happen? Do you understand that it is from 56,000? In few days, I don't say few days, one day it can be wiped out. Because the people they have millions, some they have a lot of money in it. And you begin to see, because Bitcoin, it's not like a stock that goes down slowly. Okay? Slowly, it can go down slowly. In 1 year, 2 years, go down, 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 down. And then the company, when it doesn't make money, and so it goes bankrupt. But the problem with Bitcoin, it is something that it can wipe out in a day. In a day, it's $56,000. Tomorrow, you will see it becomes 1 cent. And this is feasible because all the people sell, and all the exchanges will stop. Okay? Because of the high volume of trading, and it will be the biggest collapse of cryptocurrencies in the world. This, I can see it. It may happen, it may not happen, but it all depends now on the governments, what they want to do in the future with this Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Because these cryptocurrencies, people, they get rich. Check for example, Shiba Inu, the Doge, and the other thing. Elon Musk say, oh, okay, Doge go to the moon, and it becomes like $30 billion. All the people, they buy it. Okay? You see how these people, they can make money with one word. And these are the influencers, like Elon Musk, like a lot of people who are very famous, and the people, they follow them, they say buy this, they buy. Okay? For them, they buy before, or they create themselves. For example, Ethereum, Cardano, and all the cryptocurrencies, Doge and the other. Who created them? It's the same tech guys. Right now, we have Bitcoin, and we have Bitcoin Cash. Now, who created Bitcoin Cash? It's just people who are with Bitcoin before, and they have their own crypto. You see that? They have their own crypto coin. They make their own coin. It means they make their own empire. They will have billions of dollars of selling digital thing. Okay? In real, it's worthless. In real, it is just zero. But they create it and they say this will do this and this. Buy it. Now, when you buy it, it will be having a value for it. So we will see in the future what will happen. But what's the thing right now is that things will be clear in the future. But understand that there should be either a clash between the governments, the world's government, and these elite guys, or engineers or programmers. Okay? If they ban cryptocurrency all over the world, all this wealth that you see will vanish. Now those people who become rich and they buy land, they buy skyscrapers, they buy companies, they will be okay. But the problem is with the people who don't know what's going on. He has 50,000, he has 100,000, he has 500,000 of Bitcoin and the Cardano, and he has all his wealth there, and the next day 500,000 he finds he has $1,000 in his account, and they say it's all over. Okay, it's vanished because of this ban. And you can expect anything in the future. You can expect anything, either good thing or bad thing. Now if the governments of the world accept, they do a compromise, okay, between these elite guys and the governments, and they negotiate, okay, they should have negotiations, because these elite guys have a lot of money in their hands, okay, and it's hidden, because you can have for example, in your wallet, someone, for example, send you, let's say, $1 million. He sent you to your wallet. Now no one knows about these wallets, and no one can enter to this wallet and know how much money you have. So because it is hidden from the government. Okay? That's why these people, they don't want to pay tax. They want to be free. Okay? From all the government control, from the banks, and they hate banks. Because banks, what does it mean, banks, for them? It means, first, the banks will know who are you. It means you own Bitcoin, they want to know who are you. And this information is given to the government, the IRS. Okay? How the IRS know that you have worked such money or such money or such money? All the information gathered by the companies, or the paychecks or salaries or whatever, is sent to the IRS. And the IRS tells you, okay, you have made this and this, so give us our tax. Okay? Give us our share. If you don't want to give, you will have legal issues with the government. And you know, America and all the other countries of the world, they can be very generous, but with the money, no. With the money, they say it's our right to have money, so they will get it. Okay? And this is a problem. So guys, this is just my first video explaining you the problems that can lead to a war. In this war, it shouldn't be a war with nuclear weapons, or like the Cold War before, between Russia, USSR before, and America, or the East with the West. It's not like that. It should be a war in the internet. Okay? Facebook, for example, wants to make its crypto, okay, and it should be like Bitcoin. You can buy it, you can sell it, you can buy with it, and because Facebook, they have about 2,500,000,000 users, and these users could be 3 billion, 4 billion, 5 billion, and they want all the community to use this, what we call DIEM, DIEM coin, okay, and so Facebook will know what did you buy, how many you have as money, how many tokens you have, or how many coins you have. It means how many money and who are you and why you buy this, and they know, and they have all this information. Now this information, if they gather this information, they know how to market their products to you, and they can sell this information to other companies, and Facebook will make money. But they don't succeed that much. Here in America, it is accepted, but I think they go to Switzerland or Sweden. Their governments, they don't accept Facebook, this cryptocurrencies that Facebook wants to make. It's the same thing. It means Facebook wants power. They want information. And I think that so many countries, they don't accept Facebook idea about this cryptocurrencies that they want to make. Okay, so guys, this is just a first video. If there are some news in the future or something pop out in the future, I will make another video. I know it's a new subject. Most of the people think that Bitcoin, you will become rich, but they don't think that you might lose all your wealth. So it's not like a stock market when we have 1 year that it is bad year, like 2008. You lose 50%, but understand that the market will come back, because the companies, not all the companies will die or they go bankrupt, and the market will go up and it will be okay. But in cryptocurrencies, if there is a ban all over the world, these cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and the other, like Ethereum and the other, will disappear. And when it disappear, what does it mean? It means your money disappear with it, because it's just digital. Okay, it's nothing. It's not a house that you have bought. If you bought a house with Bitcoin, okay, you own the house. Bitcoin has gone. You bought it. You give it your Bitcoin. But what if Bitcoin will be nothing, and you have 300,000 or $500,000 or $1 million of Bitcoin, and then in the morning you wake up, you find nothing in your wallet. You find the Bitcoin, but the value has gone to 1 cent. As before, it was less than 1 cent. Okay, as it goes up, it can go down. This is the theory of the price that I'm always teaching you. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, and have a nice Thanksgiving, and hope this weekend will be good for you and your family and friends. And thank you very much for watching.